All right, all right, all right. Rise and grind. Hey, time to get up. I got my coffee. Oh, TNT, not just NT. This is official Minecraft lock. This will blow up stuff. Um, but it's full of coffee. Anyway, where are we? I just auto run to South Row. That was awesome. Wasn't even looking. Just pointing in the direction, started going, and here we are. Running to Oasis. I haven't played the Shaman in a bit. Oh, this is the Firat. Wow. I'm like, yeah, I made it all the way to South Row. Well, maybe we go the other way. I don't know how I managed that. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We're just getting started over here. Hey, Winnie. Walked in and looked at me. And the cats. Two cats, Winnie and Chester. Oh, scrambling around. They just ate, so they gotta, work off those calories with some zooms.
Ishiwatari EQ subscribed to your channel for 9 months.
Hey, appreciate that. Ishiwatari EQ. I'm an 8-month streak at that. Hey. Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Ah, we are just getting started. I'm like kind of happy. Um all right, it's a mixed emotion. How about this? How about this? I got mixed feelings because it was kind of hard to sleep last night because the wind was so loud. You know what I mean? It was like it's really, really, really like they call it destructive gusts. And like I'm afraid to see what it looks like out there when the sun comes up because it sounds destructive. Um anyway, because of that, I won't be climbing any ladders today. So we'll keep the stream going a little extra long this morning. Telling you right now, normally we go 6 to 8. We're gonna push it. I don't know how long I could push it. I'm still gonna have to log for breakfast, and even if I don't go to work, there's still got to be something to lock in and clock in for. But anyway, right now we're locked in and clocked in for some EQ and do it real big. This is Saibao, my shaman. If you didn't know, now you know. He's pretty geared, pretty really geared. And I'm gonna use that gear. I mean, okay, fine. We got what is this? Orc Fang earrings, Cougar Claw earrings. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe some of the stuff has some room to grow. This is nice though. Better than an empty slot. A lot better than an empty slot. I appreciate my ears being kept warm with cool claws. You know what I'm saying? I say I'm super geared. It's not it's not perfect yet, but it's getting there, right? A little haste for now. I might be outgrowing the haste. Only 108 wisdom. Yeah, yeah. I'm a troll. I'm a troll. I don't know what you think I am over here. But okay. The thing about shamans is it's all about the stamina, right? I'm unbuffed. Okay, fine. I got pot G. Got like the one good buff. I feel like I need HP so I can cannibalize. Wisdom will be good. Wisdom will help. But I don't know. I never played a shaman. This is the first one. Besides Bag Boy. I think Bag Boy is the shaman, or maybe it's Big Bank. One of my mules is a shaman. So I've leveled to like 5 or something, but I don't think that counts. Top slot Lev never fails. All right, I don't see any sand giants. Take one more peek. Ancient Cyclops derping around and was visible. I'm not like searching. I don't need it. Might even have a ring on me. Okay, no ring. So I do need it. I don't have J boots. So I don't have any clicky. This shot. Okay, I'm like, yeah, this shaman's got great gear. I don't even have a single clicky. for global cooldown. Still. Whoops. Anyway, we're out here seeing what we see. I think these specters are gonna be nice and easy. They don't resist too many, um, dots and stuff. Dark blue specter. And if anybody wants to group with me, they're more than welcome to. What do I pull this with? I'm the snake. I'm in the zone. I don't even know what I'm doing. Kind of root rotted, I think. Maybe I'll go in and melee it. Let me get chloroplast on myself, or whatever it's called. Oh, it is called chloroplast. I thought that said that root broke. I saw the yellow text. I was like, ah. Might as well. All right, venom the snakes off. I'll go in and melee this thing a little bit. Root wore off. Hmm. I sure do miss a lot. Not sure I liked melee. Wasn't as good. Wasn't as good. I'm not a shadow knight. You know what I mean? Caster. I guess every now and then I can try it. Oh, it's too far away? Come on. Gotta look from above. These hills can be so misleading, you know what I mean? Alright, what is this, like 58% in, say? Something like that? Let's see what a dark blue specter at this hell level is looking like. Solo. There we go, a little 72-point hit. Oh my god, he stunned me right here. Undotted. Oof. Well, the good thing is, once root breaks, he'll just flee, so I'll just wait for that. Oh no! What do you know? Didn't flee. Hey, Nickelback, what's going on? You like that completely wrong assumption there? I'm like, oh, he'll flee. He'll flee. Did not flee. Oh, it's all good. The mana is easy come, easy go. Cannibalize. Fine. Anyways, we're just getting started out here. Rise and grind. Think. You didn't think he would since he's undead? Yeah, I mean, I'm just too used to fear kiting. I guess I'm used to seeing the backs of these specters. I'm in that Shadow Knight mindset. I'm trying to tank them. I'm trying to do things that are just not working for me. Go back to sleep. No way. No way. I'm uh I'm happy to be here. Love EQ. Love ever. I'm an EverQuest enjoyer through and through. That's why I set the alarm so early. That's why I brewed the coffee a little extra dark today. Caffeinate me through this journey. What's going on, Splendid Genesis? The every Thursday rise and grind. Honestly, if I was ever gonna add another stream, I'd probably add another one of these, another rise and grind, make it twice a week. You know, who knows? 2026 schedule is TBD. Right? What would Fippy do? I never seen Fippy sleep in. You know what I mean? Always up and at him. Gets back up. Gets knocked down. Gets back up. Oh, he's inspirational. Another dark blue. As long as I don't do anything stupid here, trying to tank it, I'll be fine. I didn't really perceive much XP gain from that last one though. Rises and grinds. Perhaps, perhaps, because I like the way the day goes for me. You know what I mean? Personally, I get up early. By the time I gotta go to my day job, you know what I mean? I'm ready to go. I've already conquered Norath. Like Earth is no problem after that. Um, I'd say Thursday is like my favorite day of the week right now. I'm thinking out loud here. Oh shit, is it Root? Ooh, it did that weird buggy thing where it looked like Root broke and he was running at me, and I saw the Root break message, but then I'm like, wait a second, that was before. That was last time. I'm doing really good, like not reading, just like seeing colors in the spam and be like, ooh, and then I'm like, oh, it's still early. It's still very early. So another poison. It's about that time. Good spell, but now that it lands, it's getting a lot of fizzles on it. In my earlier shaman days, because I didn't train my skills. I flew through the levels with the power of fungi and weapon and haste and all that stuff. Friendship. I'm sure there was a lot of flowers involved. There always is. Flew through levels. Left my skills in the dust. Won't need these where I'm going. Oh, I do. I need those. Pick those up. Um, got a JBB ready for next level? I do not. I do not have a JBB. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Um, I don't have any of the hard to find spells ready. I haven't really been. This was kind of like a. What's the word I'm looking for? Not half-assed, but you know what I'm saying. Like this was spur of the moment, the shaman, but I'm loving him. Your BBB, your baklava, Big Berry. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I forgot. They all hate me except for Gadalians. Very nice, very fair. I'll take this cheap crap to the vendor. The vendor's like 5 feet away. Your shaman's been 60 for years. Don't have the last two dots. Oof. That doesn't give me too much hope, but I feel like on red server the demand as high as it might be, it still can't be as high, right? Just the supply is also low. There's just less people in general. Less people means less Unark shit dropping, less uh, spells dropping, less spells we need dropping. And unfortunately, Shaman is one of those classes. It's one of those classes. People like those spells. They want them, and they will pay. So I'm gonna have to save up, stack up, or get farming. Yeah, 60 Kunark spell farms. I don't know. I don't know. But it's alright. I'm not gonna worry about spells that I can't cast. I'll worry about it once I hit the level, then I'll start really stressing it. But until then, this is just another 45 alt for me. Yeah. Maybe? We've we've been powerful. Flower. Look at this. I just did a wall. It's 3 flowers. We got Braun there. I've seen Braun playing on Antonio's Block Party stream. We know him. He's cool. Twitch EverQuest enjoyer. And then this other guy, Humph Day. I don't know him. Level 1. Probably just sleeping. It's still early though. Still early. My point is, sun never sets on flowers of happiness. We're out here representing, holding it down, pulling it down for EverQuest PvP. So many people need druid spells. Oh yeah, Splendid Genesis. This fact. What's that one that everyone's bugging about? It's the charm or something, right? Or what? There's a few. A few druid spells that nobody has right now. I'm always like, oh yeah, I got that one, but it's just they got such similar names. Like I don't have order of this. I have word in. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know, and stuff's like so one slight line difference in one letter and a totally different word. I played my druid last week off cam a bit, but not for XP. Vista Karana, Mask of the Hunter. Oh, gotcha. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Collins plays. There you are. I see Brond on the Who All list. It's good to see EverQuest enjoyers enjoying EverQuest bright and early on this Thursday morning. It's November 6th, 2025. We just had Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025, number 44. I'd say we're probably about that for Rise and Grinds this year, too. I don't count them, though, you know? I don't know why I'm so inconsistent with my, you know? Sundays I count them. Well, that's a Swamp Fest. Rise and Grind is more of like a mindset. So, anyways, it's probably been about 44, maybe 43 or 45. Uh, Rise and Grind Thursdays this year. Batting 1,000. I'm trying to slip up. There was that one time I started an hour late, but to be fair, that was when daylight savings, when we lost an hour of sleep. I set my alarm for to do it as the clock struck 6, as always. But that felt like it was when the clock struck 5. So my alarm felt very early, and I just said, no. But that was the one time, right? That was the one time. I feel like that's a fair extenuating circumstance. I let the Discord know. I updated the Twitch schedule for the day. I didn't want to leave anybody in the dark and make you think, oh no, it's not happening today. It happened. It happened right on my body's schedule, right? Right on, I think, everybody whose time had just got changed on them overnight. Probably were feeling like it was starting at the right time anyway. Anyway, that was the one time. Try to be very consistent. Sundays, 6 a.m., bright and early. Till 1 p.m. That's a nice long stream. There's no way I'm sinking way too far down. I ain't seen that guy. Looks like 60% in now. So I mean, maybe it was like a percent each, something like that. It's not bad for a hell level. For something so easily killable. There's what, 8 on the island? We get 1% each, and we need 40%. It's like 5 clears of all 8. But I'm not going at an all 8 clear pace. I'm going at like a maybe 4 clear pace. 45 on a troll is pretty good XP. Yeah, that's easy. It's if I remember to cannibalize often, it's very easy. Just remembering to cannibalize. I'm not used to it yet. Look for the tick. I'm trying to get what's it called? The timing down. We harvester, huh? What's this? What? What's that? Seems good. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. I thought it was 45 damage, 50 delay. It's 10 damage, 45 delay. It's cool though. I like the look of it. I love the shovel. Yeah, once I get global cooldown, exactly. So okay, here's something I was thinking about. I might need Splendid Genesis and or even more. I think I need 2 friends to help me, but I hear there's a way with a shaman epic to get the faction quick. Um, but you need players to help you to like port you and res you, and then you like, you know what I mean? You grind the faction quest over and over again, and then I can get a global cooldown in style, right? Black Dire Pelt, we're ready to go on that. Got that on our Mistmore stream. It's a pain regardless. That's what I figured. I've been not eager to start any of that stuff. Nickelback. I never played a shaman, so I never did the shaman epic. Logistics quest. Yeah, yeah. It'll be worth it though. Black fur boots are freaking awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. And they got stats. Why not? We'll save magic on there. A little wisdom. A little stat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's get them. That's a little inspirational to go get out of Guck and go do it. Yeah, I was just sitting around watching. It was my high level friends killed it for me. You know what I mean? I was level 30 because we were doing a Mistmore stream. But, all right, what goes around comes around. They know I'll help them out on my 60s. Need epic faction for the tournament. Right, right. That's the rub. I don't need just a little faction. I need the whole grind. But I think with people helping, it's quick, right? Quickish. Just do the gem a dozen times. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be like with somebody helping me, like once your druid's a little higher level, hey, you know about that gem. Maybe you could help me out with that gem because that's what I'm thinking. But I've been thinking it for a while now. I haven't gotten on it. You did the black die for dev before you knew about the faction requirement, then you had to do it over again. Oh man, yeah. Every quest can be brutal like that. Like slip up a little bit. It got better once quality of life improved a little bit. NPCs stopped just eating your stuff, right? If they didn't want it, they'd give it back to you. I don't know if that particular item would qualify because it is something he wants. It's just you're not the right faction yet. I don't know. I feel like an NPC might still eat it in that situation, but you know what I'm saying. Eventually, they stopped getting they stopped wanting to get those petitions and stuff. I guess whenever you're near one of the mobs, kill and get a gem. Okay, good idea. I gotta see what the list is. There's one in like Wrath Mountains, right? Pretty frequently in that area. Inconvenient because you gotta go North Freeport. I see. I see. North Freeport. It's at least at the on the bright side. While I'm there, I could drop something to my trader. I got a mule in there for buying and selling. I just don't log on them very much because the hours I play, it's usually quiet. North Freeport, you just sneak in on Viz. Turn when there's no goodies close. Gotcha. Uh oh. Think that other one sees me yet? If I sit, he'll definitely see me. That's an illusion. See? It went right through me. Always bugs me out. I've noticed it with the poison dots. Right, I first seen it on the Necro, playing the Necro, killing the big lizard, Ali Zeusor or whatever. And anytime I poison dot it, it would look like he was running at me. It'd freak me out. West Mob and Wrath Mountains. Okay, group off. The turn in when banking between farming HGs. Smart. A smart Nickelback. I like the way you think. Oh my god, Cannibalize is so busted. Is it worth it to do Cannibalize 2? I know one of them's not as good, right? I know I've helped. It must be worth it because I've helped plenty of shamans in City of Mist with that kill. Not that it was like a hard kill or whatever, but it's always like, well, we're here, you know. Doing the quest a huge hassle. Oh boy, you skipped it, stuck with 1 until 3. Gotcha. Bronze scythes all morning. All right. Well, I do like that cannibalize keeps me active. You know, I hate to med like so much. I just can't stand it. Each scythe is one step closer to torpor. Exactly. With that in mind, maybe I should even haul the rusties to the vendor, but uh, that's a little much. Holland Place says, like, if you're ever traveling and up in Wrath Mountains, kill Bindle, or in OOT, kill Shore Stout, or in BB, kill Pegleg, or FOB, kill Manslayer, then turn the gem in and then FP. Just do that as you travel. Over time, you get faction. That's a smart idea. I'm going to try that. Keep that in mind. Or as we say around here, thank you for notifying me of that. Oh, but for real, I appreciate that. A good list. Now that I read each one out loud, I feel like I will remember better. Because before I just remembered the Wrath Mountain ones, but now I'm like, okay, Wrath Mountains, OOT, Field of Bone. That's it. Come on, Raft Mountains. OOT. Butcher Block. Okay, Butcher Block. That's another one that I'm over there sometimes. Turn the gem in and enough. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. The sooner I do it, the better because this no clicky stuff, it's for the birds. Oh, stun me up. Good. Find in North Freeport with a Druid buddy, port to BB, kill Pegleg Gate, turn in Druid port, repeat it a dozen times. Okay. Okay. That doesn't sound bad at all. What's the repop on Pegleg there? It's honestly repeating a faction grind a dozen times. That's pretty lenient for EverQuest. Yeah. I've heard worse. I've done worse. I'm still working on Grob faction on my druid, and I'd be happy getting just a single cleric into Grob. I don't even care. I'm so far away it feels, even though Wipeout's handed in so many bags of frog meat, so many freaking spore mushrooms, so many fungus stung pies. And Tony's block party was going on. Yeah, for Rise and Grind over here, but appreciate you stopping in, and I hope you get a nice restful morning. You know, I feel for the night shift enjoyers out there, or enjoy it or not. I feel for you doing the Cybow thing. Shaman's doing it big. People freaking out over a 030 artifact wall they printed. That's funny. I don't know if tanking these is a good idea. The Wee Harvester, it's like it looks like the shovel, like all the other shovels. I love the shovel look. Ouch. Oh my god. Of course, Venom the Snake wore off. Why wouldn't it? Oof. Hey, look at that bountiful harvest. Crunchy black pearls, delicious paradots, and a bronze scythe for dessert, and a napkin. I love when they don't forget to give you a napkin. Always a nice touch. Gonna get a little mana over here. We are so just getting started. It's not even funny. If anybody wants to join, you know where to find me. Uh oh. Uh oh. I see Drezzy's on. Hope he's not porting anybody over here. I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. Somebody better stop me. Keeping the gems. What hat is this? Platinum tier? Yeah, platinum. Okay, I remember this one. Farmed this one on stream. Tactician's a tough split kinda. A lot of casters in that room. That was fun. Didn't get it on the shaman. It wasn't like self looted over here. It was on I was playing my Shadow Knight. Uh I'm a warrior at heart. But Shadow Knight feels good too. I put a lot of time in Shadow Knight. I figured it out. Shaman, I'm still trying to figure out. Anyway, I'm gonna grab a snack, and I'm gonna see how much coffee's left in the pot. This is a pretty big mug. It's the cubic size, fills the corners fill up with coffee too. That's a lot of coffee. So let's see. Let's see if I got any more in there. If I'm gonna have to. I'm not even through this mug yet, but I'm already planning ahead. I want to see if I got another mug in there, but I'll be right back with even more mana and HP. Hang tight. Colin's Place says you just walked by a dude who was in your level range and we left each other alone. Apparently don't read very well. Hey, it's EverQuest, enjoy it as you feel. You want to be a pacifist? I dabbled in pacifism once. Not in Nam, of course. But no, it's cool. It's all kumbaya and freaking hand holding and rainbows over here. It's the happy server. They're gonna rename this. Like Red 99 played out. It's gonna be FOH 99 because flowers are running it. But that's nice. That's maybe you made a new friend. Who knows? Some people might, be friendly while you're full HP, and then betray you next time they see you struggling. So careful of that. That sounds like paranoid red player talk, though. I unmemorized the spell. What was it? You gave him a sow. Should also use flame lick buff, right? Always keep them guessing. Send mixed signals. it's that's the beauty of the freedom of it all. You know what I mean? Like I'm a long time EverQuest enjoyer. Played it way back in the day, but I played on a blue server. You know what I mean? So every time I enjoyed EverQuest, it was that facet of EverQuest. Red includes that facet, but also has the whole other facet of freedom, right? You could be a jerk or you could be nice, and it has real effects. I was mostly a jerk on Red for a long time. Now I'm nice Chewy, right? I've been reborn. Hell was full, so I'm come back, and I'm nice Chewy this time. I took 8 years off from the game. I retired. Yeah, I did, and now I'm back. I've been back for like 3 years now. I keep acting like I'm like fresh back. It feels like I'm fresh back because time flies when you're having fun. I've been back for a couple of years now, and I'm better than ever. Feeling good, feeling powerful. You know what I mean? The swamp is home again. Hey, speaking of the swamp, did you know? Are you aware? Maybe you haven't heard. Maybe you haven't heard. We got Discord. I'm always putting this link in the Twitch chat. Maybe I should put the link in the YouTube comments or something too. Okay, so I'm saying right now there's a link. So I'm gonna try to remember to put a link, but it's also in the Twitch chat. Okay, if you're watching right now, consider this your personal invitation. Either way, doesn't matter if you're watching it live on Twitch, or you're watching the re-upload next week on YouTube, or whenever. Find that Discord link. Hopefully, it's still active and valid. But hurry, because it might not be. Anyway, that's the called the swamp. That's why I'm on that tangent. Ouch, man. I just want to finish off this little specter. There we go. That's all I needed. Maybe if I was fighting something that flees at low HP, I'd be happier, right? I can finish him off without wasting mana, and also, not lose half my HP in the process of being a cheapskate. Probably better to cast a spell in that situation. Oh my god. I don't even have an excuse for that one. I wasn't on a hill. It was bad. Oh, of course, Levitate's fading right now. Perfect timing. But anyway, yeah, every Twitch upload gets re-uploaded on YouTube. So if you miss one, you know, rise and grind. It's not the time slot for everyone. I feel like of all three weekly Twitch streams, that's the one that gets consistently more YouTube views, and I think I get it. You know what I mean? I think it's people who would watch on Twitch but are still asleep because it's, ungodly early, and I understand that. Either that or YouTube viewers, when presented with the choice of a 2 hour video and a 7 hour video, prefer the 2 hour video. It's maybe a combination of both factors. But anyway, this is a trend I've noticed. I've noticed this rise and grind is probably more watched on YouTube than Twitch lately. So, shout out to YouTube viewers. I see you. I see you. My message to everyone, come on down on a Sunday. Best day of the week. Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest. Live all morning. 7 hours of non-stop EverQuest enjoyment. Alright, Chloroplast. Are these all dark blue? This isn't bad. It's really not. If they fled at low HP, it'd be perfect. Maybe next time the barrel barge comes, maybe I'll go to the island, kill birds, right? They're not much harder than a specter. There's lots of them outdoors, and they flee at low HP. So, really the one thing I'm missing. but nobody knows. Well, that's the silent move. Nobody will suspect that I'm going to be farming in Timorous Deep. It's just such an out of pocket choice. Nobody who would guess that we're going to take some sort of water faring vessel just to check, just on that hunch. Oh, I can't even bind there, so don't tell me you're gating there to check. Okay, some people are bound there, you know. Oh geez, there was a small period of time you were allowed to. Um, I unfortunately don't have anything bound in Timorous Deep these days. I can't remember the passwords of anything that I used to play that was bound there. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it'll come back to me someday. I'll wake out of a deep sleep just with a shouting a password. You know what I mean? You pulled off Firepot bind on green. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I used to play a friend's druid that was bound there back in the day, and it was so fun. A druid bound at firepots is just so versatile. There's, you know what I mean? You can't run and you can't hide. You can't do either. This druid's coming. It was Pumpkin. Anybody remember Pumpkin? Caradwin's druid. Shout out to Caradwin. I got my own druid these days. It's up to 56 or 57, I think. I'm definitely in range of 60s now. I learned that one. It's been a while. I think I've been in range of 60s, which is good. That's the goal, right? You have your enchanter. It's nice. You can use illusions by all the vendor spells and all the towns for all the alts. Oh yeah. Like Splendid Genesis said earlier, logistics quest, right? You gotta have a whole toolkit of or as we call it here, a stable, right? You got your stable of alts, and that way, no matter the situation, good to go. Get what you need. Too bad you can't drop cash, right? I miss being able to drop coins like back in the day. The server doesn't let you. Not classic, so transferring money is kind of a pain. You either gotta take a hit buying and selling items to vendors, you know what I mean? Like buy some gems, drop the gems, sell the gems on the alt. Kind of like dropping money, but you know, there's a little fee. Or get a friend to help you, right? Do the handoff. Just the one thing I really wish we had. You know, now that they fixed food and drink, I promised I would come up with something else to complain about, right? Keep them keep them always striving. Should be able to drop coins, right? Classic as hell. Should be able to drop a copper, cast minor illusion, and turn into a copper. You know, classic. Yeah. Dropping stuff and then crashing on transfer is so classic. I still I still experience that. It doesn't even have to be plat on the ground. Drop anything, crash just to for the thrill. Um, sorry, I sneezed. I had a sneeze coming on and I ducked out. I'm selling all these pages and runes if anybody's looking. Um, keep killing stuff. I don't need no mana. Ulrich asks, "Toon gone?" Hey, Toon, if you're watching, what do you say to that? I don't like to speak for anyone else. I don't even like to speak for myself and out of character. Let's face it. I only speak yellow text. I don't like to speak green text. But that's just personal preference. Hey, Rack Stonebelly said the thing. We got the barrel barge. Be here soon, soon. Well, we don't have much time. Kill this and get on the barge. I want to go kill some birds. You know, it's one of my favorite spots. It's a little out of the way. It'd be a little inconvenient waiting for a barge, but I think it'll be good because, yeah, I'll get them low HP, and when the root breaks and they start fleeing, finish them off with melee. Maybe even sit in between swings. It'll just be, in general, a little less painful for my mana bar. Check TD for water mobs. So he's got a list. Have you seen his list? He's got a whole like database prepared of water mobs. Every zone, what levels they spawn at, and yeah, he's ready. That's how he knows he could do it. Knowledge is power. He's got the power. Oh, look at this Spectre fleeing. What a rare treat. All right. Anyways, we'll be right back. Well, the barnacle breastplate, that's awesome. Grats to Antonio's block party. I saw him wearing something that looked like a cool breastplate. I didn't know it was that cool. That official. That is official Prexus Bard shit. Uh, awesome. So yeah, the wiki does have a couple wrong things here or there. I've noticed that too in my travels, and I'm not sure who can even edit the wiki anymore. Right? They locked it up a long time ago now. It seems there's like one guy with wiki access, maybe a couple. I don't know. Is there anybody with wiki access anymore? Anybody know this? Because there's some stuff I would you know help them tweak here and there to be correct. They're so close. A lot of stuff's so close. Just like, you know, level range is a little off confirmed or this or that. Or maybe I'm just going by red server. Maybe it's right on blue or green, but either way, I think the wiki should have better info. More pictures, all a ton of stuff, you know? I would totally help. Anyways, I'm just sitting on this raft till it gets me a little closer to land because I can't see the land. Where am I? Oh, there we go. I was just waiting for that, basically. You changed some stuff years ago, but don't know if you still have access. Check it out. Collins plays. You might become like the go-to wiki guy if you're like the only one with access now. Because I don't know. I don't know what happened. I never uh, had changed anything in the wiki, so I didn't have access back then. But I'm pretty sure no new access has been granted for a long time. I'm not sure what happened to old access, but it seems like a recurring theme of people saying, "Oh, I wish somebody could edit the wiki. I wish somebody could edit the wiki. Nobody can edit the wiki. I don't know." Allegedly, source, dude, trust me. Need to make a wiki page for Red's first Prexus Bard. Hell yeah, the premier Prexus Bard, the premier Bard. He's he's doing it big. Anyways, I love this song. Let's see if the birds resist all my stuff. Because that would be annoying, but as long as I can land some spells, we're happy. KH fan, what's going on? Long time no see. Well, hey, you know where to find me. We got a very consistent schedule all year long. Glad you're here. We're just getting started. I just got to Timorous Deep, killing birds. It's the first bird I've pulled. I was killing specters, and it was nice. You know, we got like what 5-6% in an hour, which is it's something. Soloing through a hell level, it's something for sure. Any XP going in the correct direction is good XP. The dude says, "Oh, looky here. Seems like I'm just in time because we're just getting started over here." You got that right, the dude. We are in fact just getting started. I'm playing Saibao here on Red 99. My favorite little tropical island getaway, the one with the KFC. You got your Ixar Necron Green to 90% through 7. Hey, only, 53 levels to go. It's about the journey, not the destination. Congrats on 7. Alright, got the cannibalize going. Seems like these got more HP than a Spectre, that's for sure. But he's higher level than a Spectre, too. The XP should be better. We hope. We hope and cope. I forget if Watchers can backstab. I'm not going to let it hit my back anyway. I'll just keep it in front of me. A lot of these backstab. And they don't life tap. That's correct, Collins plays. This is an excellent point. You say it's your first character on P99 and your highest on P99, but you rarely play. Do it for science, show my back? Yeah. I could survive. I could survive a little. Just back up to it. For science. This is for science. And the dude. Hold on. Where is that? Science. No. He doesn't backstab. He would have backstabbed me. Give him one more round. One more round. Science. What do you think? What do you think, the dude? I think scientifically proven. It's not like I ran up to him face to face and then he wasted his backstab attempt and then I showed the back. No, that was official backing up, backing that thing. uh, let's kill this. I topped off my coffee. I did not brew another pot. But the experiment has proven no backstabbing. The important thing is the experiment is repeatable, right? Scientific method, it's got to be repeatable. So you could go try this at home, confirm our results yourself, back up to a Spirok Watcher. And this is what I wanted. This is exactly what I came here for. I wanted fleeing birds. Fleeing birds I can easily slay while sitting. Let's peer review this Spirok Watcher experiment. All right, I'll be right back. Hey Fardotron, if the Earth stopped spinning, would we all like fly off of it? Would that finally do it? Like if it just suddenly stopped rotating? If there was no gravity, then yes. What about with gravity? Would we just like fly into the next town? Bust through the wall. Longtime Fooey, what's going on? Uh oh. I see a second bird has approached the beach. Mass keeps you there, spinning pushes you away. Whoa. See how fast the earth spins so you can figure out how much force that is? Question the day. What if the earth stopped spinning? What would you do? Die instantly. Alright, I already venomed this one, right? What am I doing? Cannibalizing. That's what I'm doing. Oh, Earth spins 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. Honestly, I would have figured faster. That's not that fast. You would definitely be obliterated. Like it's not that fast for like a planet, I guess, but it'd be fast for you know, a person hitting a wall. It would cause 100-mile tidal wave. Wow. So crazy. 100-foot tidal wave would be crazy. Bardotron, I don't know if I believe anything you say when you anytime Fardotron puts a search term in quotations. Here's a tip from me. Chewy tip of the day. Don't search anything Fardotron tells you to search. How about that? Sorry, maybe that is a good, interesting one to learn cool physics stuff, but this is just something I've learned over the years. I don't, I don't do it. I don't do it anymore. I'm not falling for that anymore. Fardotron says it refers to the change in pressure between 2 points in a system. Yeah, okay, sure. Well, because delta is change, right? Like the Greek symbol delta. Anytime you see that, you're looking at the change in something. So P, capital P for pressure. Sure, of course. I took physics in school. This sounds familiar. For some reason, I thought you were trying to troll me into typing something different. You still might be. Like I said, I don't. I don't. You did this to yourself. Um, Fluid dynamics, diving safety, describe pressure differences that can affect performance and safety. Sure, sure. I watched some cave diving disaster videos, so I know all about. I guess this isn't too related, but nitrogen narcosis, right? That's a bad one. Because you need more nitrogen in your mix if you're going deeper. Probably because of the delta P, like you're talking about. Oh yeah, with huge pressure differences, how things and people can suck through small holes. Yep, I mean that's come up in these cave diving disasters too. If it's less of a cave and more of like a industrial thing, underwater repairs gone wrong, dams that had something open that should have been closed, and somebody goes to check on some, stuff like that. It's terrible, yeah. Anyways, we are in fact just getting started. This is the second bird, right? This is the second nugget in my I ordered an 8 piece, right? But I feel like they gave me just unlimited birds over here. Nugget number two. What's your favorite chicken preparation? You like chicken tenders or fingers or nuggets or wings or um, salad or you know what I mean? There's so many chicken things. Got to make your coffee because you had to talk about the physics. Yep, had to do it. You only like dinosaur shaped nuggets, Schmonite? Yeah, dino nuggets are good. Hey, if they still got them, it's probably a limited time thing, and it was probably for Halloween. But the Burger King nuggets I thought were pretty good. The ones that were shaped like PlayStation controllers, or no, they're supposed to be shaped like bats, but they look more like PlayStation controllers to me. Um, those ones were pretty good. They reminded me of nuggets gone by, like Dino for instance. Well, those are still around. But you know what I'm saying? Like it reminds me of the way Nuggets used to be at Burger King stuff. PS4 controllers peak design, right? Well, you don't like the N64 extra thing? It was a bold choice. You know what I mean? There is the most versatile controller. I know a lot of people didn't like it at first, but you know, come on, N64 was amazing. The dude likes Popeyes chicken. Oh yeah, love that chicken from Popeyes, as they say. There's supposed to be little crowns. Ooh, maybe. When you first got N64, you held the controller by both sides and reached over with your left hand to get the stick. I'm trying to picture that right now. It seems a little awkward. Um, my biggest memory with N64 controllers was so Mario Party was pretty big at the time, right? There were so many amazing N64 games, right? Crowd pleasers, GoldenEye. You know, this was before Perfect Dark came out. That was a later release. I'm talking about like early in the N64 or whatever. Um, when the first Mario Party came out, I remember my friends getting so competitive over that stuff that they all ended up like real raw palms from doing the things where you had to rub the joystick in a circle, and the joysticks all got fucked up. Every single joystick got fucked up from that game. I feel like we couldn't have been the only ones that had that issue. That was problematic. I feel like later Mario Party games might have lessened the impact of that mini game slash got rid of that or something, or maybe we all just like stopped going so hard on that style. But I only remember it being an issue like early on. They took those games out because people were making their hands bleed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember any blood being spilled at our house, but I do remember. I say our house. I didn't live there. I was just there, but I remember some blisters and some freaking rugged looking wounds, and definitely broken sticks. You know what I mean? You could hold the controller upside down and shake it, and the freaking joystick would just be flopping around. You know what I mean? Ugh, not worth it. For Mario Party, who won? You don't even remember now. You know what I mean? It was 30 years ago. What else? GoldenEye has not held up either, you say? Long time foodie, so you and the boys take Mario Party very seriously. So we got real competitive with Mario Kart, especially. There was like a whole tournament bracket drawn up over and over again, and then defending champs and this and that. I was trash, but still am trash at Mario Kart. I'm sure. I was never a competitor, and I would be in the brackets, but I was not like making it to the end. I was like a one trick pony. I practiced some of the jumps that were known back then or whatever. Like Wario Stadium, I think it was called, or Wario Arena, whatever that one. There was like that real cheesy. You hit the wall just right in the beginning, and you pop over, and then you pop back over, and you cross the finish line. You could do like a 4 second lap. I practiced that one so much, and I caused like a big outrage on that map because people weren't ready for that. And then stuff like that was banned or whatever. It's like it didn't even matter. That was my one win out of how many freaking tracks were there. It was every bracket played every track. It was this like ridiculous like marathon competition. A lot of yelling, a lot of yeah. You get competitive as a drinking game, long time fooey. Drunk driver Mario Kart. Oh boy, finish the beer during the race. You can't drive and drink at the same time, so you got to strategize. That sounds like something I would have got into back then. It really does. Um, but I always had a problem with, not just with drinking games, drinking in general. You know what I mean? But I would have. I definitely would have tried that. Um, I love a game with a little strategy. But I think that's why I like Mega Bonk so much, right? Because you're your own biggest enemy in that game. Because you gotta kind of balance greed versus success. Um, and I always just get too greedy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you start getting better at it, and then you just get worse about being greedy. You know, or at least I do. You forgot about doing that in college? Yeah, because of the implication. The dude, you say Mega Bonk very addictive? Hell yeah. I'm still playing it every every now and then, trying to stay fresh. I still haven't gone super duper deep in the ghosts yet. Had a 5 digit. Long time fool, you struggled with alcoholism a ton before. You're much better now. Good. That's good. That's what's up. It's tough. It's tough out there. I've been sober for a long time now. Almost as long as I had quit EverQuest. I was still drinking last time I played EverQuest years ago. I got sober while I was gone. Maybe that's part of why I'm nice chewy now. You know what I mean? I'm doing it different. It's Trying you say remember beating second quest in Zelda because you sat at your computer reading the maps to your roommate. I don't know how you beat that game without someone co-piloting. Yeah, I remember. I used to always love those like strategy guides and stuff. So a lot of the games that I beat as a younger gamer, in my childhood and teens or whatever, like pretty any game, any long game like that, I used the strategy guide. And I don't know how anybody could do it without a strategy guide, or yeah, as you said, like a co-pilot, like telling you what to do, where to go. Um, the red players like Quarm for getting absolutely blasted, and they send you the hilarious tells in PvP. That's hilarious. Quarm does look fun. Oh shit! I forgot my health is like dying. What am I doing? Woo! I was not paying attention. Silk you got sober in 2011. Nice. 14 years, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, I was still tending bar when I got sober, and I continued doing that on the weekends. I wasn't doing it full time. I was doing it like a couple times a week. But I still did it for a year. So like I have no problem being around it or whatever. It's not like a triggering thing for me. It's just I know for me it doesn't work, you know. For some people it works and that's cool, you know. I thought I was one of you once upon a time and then I learned no, I'm not. I have a problem straight up. Straight up. So, I just stay away. I can't even do the moderation thing. It's too slippery of a slope, and it's not worth it. The stakes have gotten higher every year for me. You know what I mean? Like when I had less to lose as a kid or whatever. You know what I mean? It was. I'm not gonna say it was fine, but it was less. Less to lose. We almost got a kill there. I know that was you guys. No, that was. That's classic. This is what happens when I stream. At least I'm not the healer. I'm my own healer. The hangover last 2 days now. Oh, yeah, I can only imagine. Um. Anyway, I still drink coffee. You know, that's what do they call it. California sober. I'm like California sober. It's all good. You've died a few times to the celebration. Yeah, I think. I think the worst example of somebody called it the Chewy effect or something like that, or what was it? I think Captain Longwhistle called it that. It's been happening. I think the worst example of it was on Sunday. R.I.P. Bad Ben. I think he was playing hardcore. None of us knew he was playing hardcore until he never respawned. But he died. I asked the question of the day, and all three clerics in the group were, answering the question of the day slash, hanging out, having a good time, enjoying the Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest, and then the bard died a slow, brutal death with no heals, and it's like I feel a lot of responsibility for that. Just the timing of it all, right? I asked a nice, engaging question of the day, urging everyone to type their answer, and what do you know? The healers did too. Whoops. Maybe next time I won't ask the question of the day mid pull. Maybe I'll learn a lesson for that. Maybe I won't learn a lesson. Maybe it'll happen again. It's shit like that happens. You get in the zone. We're just enjoying our each other's company here, having a little convo. EverQuest on the side. He was playing hardcore on red during Splashfest in that crazy tower without telling anyone. I know, right? Probably could have saved him too, but you didn't know he's dotted. You just sat there because you were thinking, "Oh, the mobs are dead. He's okay." No, I didn't know that. Here I am telling everybody you were fully AFK. Just let's stick with that story. You were fully AFK. You were answering the question of the day. All right, it's all good. At that point, it's his fault, Zilgirl. You say that bar that died was doing hardcore. Maybe only time will tell, right? If you never respawn after dying, then it was hardcore, right? Was it a plot to kill him? It was. I very much enjoyed his company. I had only met the guy a couple weeks earlier. I thought he was really cool. He was hanging out in the chat, hanging out on stream. We had a good thing going. You know what I mean? Bards are. Listen, bards are great. You gotta take care of the bards. You gotta take care of the bards. You gotta treat them right. Gotta keep them topped up. I'm just a warrior. I was playing a warrior, so like what was I could only look and react. You tabbed back 3 seconds before he died. Yeah, yeah. Probably it was too late. There's delay, so I was reacting on stream. I didn't say anything in chat. You know what I mean? I'm urging the clerics to help, but like let's face it, it was probably 12 seconds after it was too late. Some shit. You know, there's not a lot of, what do they call that, latency? It's pretty low latency. But still, he was at like 2% and dotted. And I'm like, hey, save him, please. I'm digging in my bag looking for bandages. I didn't have any bandages. Not like I needed to see the bandage to use it anyway, right? I should have been digging for a bind wound key, but I didn't have band-aids anyway. You heard me say that he was going down, you looked and then he was dead. Yeah. It was, I mean, that's about when I saw it too. But I had been reacting before the mob was even dead. I was like, holy shit, it's killing him. Let's get this. Come on, help. You know, I think I said a few things like that because he was tanking because I couldn't pull aggro off him because I'm just a freaking warrior, you know. And he was doing a slow song or whatever. The thing hit him hard. It hit him hard a few times. He was at 2% when it died, and that's when I'm like, oh shit, he's dotted. The dude, we have a bard spot again. This way work to my advantage. There's always the dude. There's always room for you. Come on now. You know I'll drop group if there's a seventh flower. You know this. There's always room. Oh shit. Because of the delay, time you looked, I was standing in a pile. It's just us two standing in a pile of ghost corpses. Yeah, yeah. I thought we were good because you know we barely killed that thing before he died. So I thought we were good until I saw his HP continue to drop. He might even thought he was good too because he didn't say anything either. He was doing heal song. You know, in hindsight, I should have tried dispelling him because it was heat blood that killed him. But I didn't know that. I thought he was probably poisoned or something. There's nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. There's always room in the, always room in the banana stand. Yeah, that's the saying, right? Did he let you know later he was playing hardcore? He said he was playing hardcore because he rage quit, never coming back. The second one, Zilkaril. And I listen. What would Fippy do? You know, Fippy would have took that res. There was a res. Like, yeah, you're gonna lose all your mana. Dying as a bard sucks, but it's live to fight another day. Anyway, if he feels a certain way, I get it. I get it. Fippy rises again. Exactly. Maybe I'm wrong, but here's my fear. This could be like a villain origin story. Let's face it. Let's face it. Comes with the flowers on a happy little adventure. You know what I mean? Gets left in the cold. Gets left on ice. We think he's down and out, right? We count him out. We say this guy's not coming back for his gear. It's been almost a week. But then at the midnight hour, you know what I mean? He crawls back. He gets the key. He climbs to the next floor. He gets his corpse and he swears revenge, you know? First he comes for one of the clerics, then he comes for another cleric. Next thing you know, he's killed all three clerics that left left him to die. And then he turns his attention to me, right? And we're gonna have a showdown. Anyway, this is an exciting what if. Hey, I grind this. What's going on? Yeah, no dog piling. You already got dog piled by ghosts. No, it was one ghost. It was one really vengeful ghost that was unfortunately strong. We're doing great. Equip the weighted axe and just freaking start shooting. I mean, listen, if it's if you gotta fight a bard outdoors, anything goes. You know, you gotta fight cheese with cheese. PP him to death sounds funnier than pew pew him to death anyway, though. So let's go with it. Either or. PP or pew pew. I was like, I can't wait until these birds flee me. This is worth going to an island for. Careful what you wish for, because now I'm swimming after this freaking bird instead of medding. It's worth it. Anyway, we're just getting started over here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. It's a Rise and Grind Thursday. Um, where'd he go? Three plat, 3.5 plat. Cha-ching. Where's Hoglet at? Let's form like Voltron. But yeah, if you gotta fight a bard outdoors, you know, pull the bow out. My recommendation. I worship Inaruk. I do. By Zilkril, you think I should worship Kazakh Thul? I usually do. This was the one time I picked a different one. I'm always Kazakh Thul. But I figure since I'm getting out of my comfort zone, playing a class I've never played before, I'm just gonna worship God. I never uh, got plans. You need a cleric that or a shaman that worships Kazakh Thul. I might have a cleric that worships Kazakh Thul, but it would be level 1 if so. So I don't know if that counts for you. But if it does, I could help you. Did I get the snare neck yet? I got all the drops for except for one grass necklace or whatever. I just haven't handed them in. I got sidetracked. I was doing that, and then somebody logged on, a friend, and was like, "Hey, let's go group or whatever." I was like, "Hell yeah!" And I just like dropped what I was doing and came and did it. And then I looked at my bag, so I was like, "Damn, I was so close. I should have just got one more, handed that stuff in, and I'd be done." But whoops. You need a Kazakh Thul worshiper to imbue Black Pearl. Okay, yeah, yeah. Gotcha. It's probably like what, a level 29-ish spell. That's not bad. You could power one of those up in a couple little sit downs, easy enough. Zilkaril, you could even make one. You want to make a cleric, and could be your own imbuer. I would say we do a druid power level for the first bit until it gets boring, and then I'll get on a shadow knight or something, bring you to Guck, start throwing stuff at the zone line, let you finish it off. You know, the easy way. We've done it a million times on stream. That's how I know we can get 29 in couple sessions easy. Probably one session of druid, one session of shadow. Or alternatively, we get a bunch of people that want to make new stuff together. Make one group, power level from the outside. You know what I mean? Like I'll play druid and buff you guys all up or something. You know what I mean? Because I've got enough alts. I don't need to make any new alts right now. Holy shit, this thing is beating me up again. Whoa. I'll power level, do a little damage shield, and maybe give you guys some those mage pet clickies from Gawk. That's a fun thing. You get a couple people with those in the same group. And nothing ever goes wrong ever. Okay, fine. It's still a little touchy, but it's fun. Did they change on P99 so you don't need to worship that god to imbue? No, they definitely still need to on P99. You want an Erudite SK in full cultural? Ooh, that probably looks awesome. I know Erudite's got like really cool fashion quest. I learned that from Ox, and I learned that from Chilogan, right? They're both always stepping out, looking good on the erudite fashion quest. All right. Where's Hoglet? Not that big an island. Oh yeah, you had to take like the raft and shit, right? Or what? Did you come from where'd you come from? On other EQ emu, you can imbue anyone if you got the spell and the gem. Yeah. Interesting. But we're trying to do classic over here. Oh, Hoglet finally made that coffee. That's what's up. It took an hour to get 6% on specters. I think we got probably about 8% in a little under 40 minutes since coming over here. I think it's better. It seems better. You need to get your necro to 50, farm Tarantula. Good luck. Tarantula sucks. Then level tailoring on the SK to like 150, and then your plan could come to fruition. Tarantula is so rare, dude, but hey, I'll do my part. I'll start killing stuff when I run through. Maybe we get lucky. I've only seen that thing a couple times. I swear it was bigger when I was a kid, but um, preoccupied with this erudite cleric, worships Quellius, that calm neck, Frightforge helm, so good. Oh yeah, Frightforge helm is crazy good. Like not even fair. Don't tell Hoglet. Hoglet's gonna regret gnomely choices. No, Hoglet's looking pretty good. What you got going on? Oh yeah, I had a feeling that was a fungi. That's nice. A little Lodi action, a little Moonstone Ring. Guck provides. Looks like you got the Cougar Claw paired going on too. You can wander the hole freely. Yeah, just be careful. Don't accidentally kill anything or help anybody kill anything, because I think you only get like one. You might get like one freebie, and then the second thing you kill, I think you're done. Um, but yeah, that's a nice little benefit. Crested Mistmore Shield. Very cool. Ooh, Othmer Prexus. Alright. Yeah, I made Wipeout specifically to be able to heal in the hole because Gobilm is not, right? Gobilm's Brelcirillus and it's touchy. It's touchy. Um yeah. Anyways, we're gonna try to pay attention to my health more so I don't, accidentally die. You did the first 20 in Warrens. Have access with Guck, Summoner Pots. What, do you get faction in there if you kill in the Warrens? Faction in the hole? Or what? What does that mean, the dude? Sorry, I don't understand. Or you mean the one that makes you a elemental yourself? There's a Kazakh full pot that. Or you did the first 20 levels with Guk Summoner Pot. Oh, it gets you faction to go to Peniel to buy the whole key. Okay. To get access. I get you. You use the brazier in the hole or in the Warrens to help you kill stuff, to help you get faction, help you buy the key. I get it now. That is gaining access. That's exactly what that is. I thought you were talking about like you're gaining faction, and then when you said the Guck Summoner pot, I thought you were talking about it's like mud elemental or clay golem. That's what it is, not mud elemental. Clay golem and Kazakh Thule drops that one that makes you an earth elemental, which I've heard helps faction. So I was trying to like, my brain was trying to bridge some stitch it together in a way that made sense to me. But I get it now. No, the way you worded it makes perfect sense. I was trying to force an interpretation that didn't make sense because. Hey. Okay, good. I do have some mana. Whew. I'm like, I'll watch my health. Didn't watch my mana though. Anyways, this is Thursday morning tradition. Getting XP, really grinding. 45. Not where I'm leaving this shaman. I want to go the distance. I want to hit 60. I want to get torpor and freaking whatever else. I'd start listing off the names of spells that are cool, but like I don't know. Torpor. Something Mallow? Mala? Malosi? I don't know. What the good one? The one that people want. Um I want to do all those things. I want to get a JBB. I want to be the guy. See Antoius Block Parties level 17 on his water only bard. I have seen. I love that. Love that. And I saw where is he? Collins plays Collins playing with Antonius Block Party. It's always good to see red representation on Twitch. It makes me so happy. You know what I mean? Sometimes this is probably technically PTSD, but like sometimes when I'm watching a stream like Antonius Block Party playing on red, I'll see another player with a red name on his stream, and I'll like get super vigilant real quick because I like incoming PvP red name. You know what I mean? A red name that's not me. Holy shit! Like, but then I'm like, oh, I'm watching a stream. It's okay. It's just Antonius Block Party. He can't he can't hurt me right now. We're not in the same level bracket yet. But, what's water only, Fartotron? Exactly what it sounds like. Imagine playing a mermaid in EverQuest. Right. Only killing mobs that spawn in the water and not allowed to pull mobs into the water. That's quite the challenge. It's the most out there challenge I've heard in this game yet. I love it. And it's you know, I've said it a million times. You gotta make your own fun in EverQuest. That's the best example of it I've seen yet. I like to make my own fun by, hunting players, filming the interaction when we battle, and then making a TikTok, adding some music, maybe a joke or two, and making it silly. That's what I'm into. That's how I make my own fun in EverQuest. But that's not like challenging. That's just that's just PvP. The Tunair challenge would be
That was
vegan.
easy.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be actually. I pulled one with no mana because I'm smart like that. All right. 70% in. Started out the stream, what, 58? I called it approximately. We're almost a whole bubble up. Just about. Oh my god. I didn't slow it or anything like that because I wasn't planning on tanking it. Oh my god. Do a Brell worshipping character that only kills underground. That would be amazing. I like the train of thought that Antonius Block Party's got us all going down. Glad to see me consistently pulling mobs with very little resources, regardless if I'm in a group or solo. Exactly, Zilkril. Consistency is my middle name. You know what I mean? It's not just an act when I'm in a group trolling my friends. This is everyday behavior for me. Always has been, you know. Got to keep it fun. Got to keep the pressure on. You have a Brell gnome cleric that summons beer with her necklace. I had that on blue, right? Back when Project 1999 was only one server, way back when, probably like 2010 or something, pre red. I had I had a cleric Brell Wharf named Senadin that was in the tunnel. I would just role play Brell Cyrillus cleric, giving people Summondale and burping and staggering around and, wishing Brell's blessing upon everybody as best I could. That was fun for me. And then Red came out and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try that out. They need help testing it. I'll help test. I love to try to break games, see if anything's broken. I did find something broken. I helped them patch a plat dupe. Um, Accidentally found it in the course of you know gameplay. They did fix it though quickly because that's not the kind of thing you you want to have happening. So I thought it was just a way to keep your plat when you died. I found a way that you would respawn with your coins. But then I got back to my corpse and looted my corpse, and then I heard that sound of coin being looted. I'm like, wait a second. Then I looked, and I duplicated my corpse. I'm like, let's try that again, and it worked. And it's like, okay, this is what the beta is for. Help them fix that. Accidentally, nothing to do with his prior history of mystery bans. I had only been uh, wrongfully. It's not a mystery ban. It's a wrongful ban, but also mysterious. Mysterious wrongful ban. I'd only been banned from Neopets at that point. Um, you know, I'm a upstanding EverQuest enjoyer. I don't know what they're talking about. They say I RMT'd. To who? What? The guy who said famously coined the phrase "bury me with my pixels." That was me. I said that and I meant it. I did not RMT shit. And on top of that, I firmly believe that There's no market. Who would be buying red 99 pixels? Huh? Doesn't even make sense. Like, follow the money. Follow the money. Ban the person who actually sold something. You know? Follow the money. I didn't get shit except banned. Anyway, it was while I was retired. I was gone for a better part of a decade. That's how I bought my sack, says the dude. Ooh, conspiracy theory. Real big conspiracy theory. I RMT'd my Guys of the Deceiver Shadow Knight for a saxophone. The dude, I know you're kidding. You know, it's alright. I know you're kidding. I'm better than ever though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a Guys of the Deceiver. But I got plenty of stuff I never had back then. And you know what? I'm not gonna RMT this shit either, you know? I think I've proven myself a pretty consistent I'd say a trustworthy troll. Did I ever steer you wrong? You know? Have I ever flipped it up? Besides my stance on THJ, right? But to be fair, I flipped up my stance on that after the lawyers gave their statement. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a fair moment to flip flop. But other than that, I'm consistent. I don't steer you wrong. I'm a troll my word. What was my stance flip flop? I originally called it the future of EverQuest, and then I changed my stance to they're fucking cooked. You know what I mean? When I called it the future of EverQuest, it was the new hotness. Everybody was playing it, everybody was streaming it, everybody was talking about it, and it wasn't a PvP server, but even I was thinking about trying it out, getting my little toe wet in there, seeing what the swamp smells like on that server. Um, I never got around to it, of course, but I might have. I might have. Is the Halloween event happening on Red? It was. I don't know if it still is. The dude. But yeah, it was. I was on their side. I was rooting for them, and then the lawyer's stance being it's actually the players. My clients did nothing wrong. Blah blah blah. No mention of the microtransactions. There's a lot of things that I was just ugh. I couldn't really abide anymore. Halloween stuff drops on Red. Collins plays still. Really? On November 6th. It was you all along. You did it. Got real gross with 100K a month. Okay, that's another thing where I had speculated 5 figures, right? This was or not just speculated. I was like standing firm that it was no less than 5 figures. But when I said that, I was talking total income. I was not talking per month, right? So I was honestly kind of blown away when it turned out it was 100K a month. Silk Girl says you hate how many people start bashing secrets when those guys were making 100K a month beyond the pale. So yeah, it was secrets went for the move that was best for the long-term safety of the server, right? The longevity. And you know what I mean? History supports secrets moves. You know what I mean? At the time, there was a lot of kind of controversy. There was even some conspiracies. Oh, Secrets is only taking the server down to get out of it, right? Secrets doesn't want to do this anymore. They found an opportunity, and they're just acting like it's for the safety. Oh, Secrets wanted to protect the server, as proven by here we are, late 2025. Quorum is safe. Quorum, in fact, has an agreement now. You know what I mean? Secrets did the right thing. Like nobody who enjoys Quorum can sit here and say that Secrets, was just being paranoid. Secrets did the right thing. Secrets made a very smart move for the safety of Quorum. Right. Like maybe it was at the time, maybe people were kind of gnashing their teeth because they couldn't log in. And they're like, oh, it was supposed to be a temporary thing. And look, we're on day 5 of the shutdown. Or, you know what I mean? Like it was just, it's back. It's back now and better than ever. Quorum is the new hotness everyone's talking about. It's not even new. It's like, it was great for Quorum. Once THJ went down, there was some YouTube THJ creators that were blaming them for THJ being taken down. What? Wow, I didn't see that. That's crazy. Um, I think Secrets saw the writing on the wall. Secrets might even had some insider info as far as knowing what was happening to THJ before the general public did. It's a small community of EQ Emu devs, right? Like the EQ Emu enjoyer community is small enough. Now you limit that just to the devs. That's like a tiny community. So, I'm sure word got around that letters had been sent and threats had been made, perhaps. And you know what I mean? On the outside, we might be like, this is paranoia. Oh, you think because THJ's got the attention that Daybreak's going to look at you too? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. Yeah. Too close to the sun's a weird way to describe greedy AF. I mean, okay, Fardotron, here's the thing. Put yourself in their position. You work hard. You know, standing on the shoulders of giants is still working hard, right? Like, they didn't invent EverQuest. They didn't, first emulate it or any of that stuff. Like, a lot of the frameworks already existed, but they did work. They created something, a new take on it, sure. You know, especially if you listen to their lawyers, they worked very hard on it, tirelessly, for like years. But anyway, you do this thing and people enjoy it so much that they're throwing money at you. You know, is it greedy to take the money, or do you feel like you're finally getting the recognition you deserve, and maybe start living a lifestyle? Who knows? Who knows? I could see where they're coming from. I don't want to say they were greedy, but I don't like microtransactions on EQ Emu. I don't like microtransactions in games. But that's just me. I think I might even be in the minority of that. Go play a game that has a pay to win aspect. You're going to see a lot of people winning. You look to the left, you see a winner. Look to the right, you see another winner. You know what I mean? The server will be full of winners. That's why I feel like free to play is a myth, right? You're free to play, but you're not a winner. You're not gonna be standing on even close to equal footing. That's the point. They want to force you to pay if you want to actually continue and thrive, right? Um, I did the thing on Neverwinter for a long time. I was playing free to play, and it's a very much pay to win system over there. And because of that, I was not, always lacking, always way behind. I could do my best. I could grind so hard. I could invent new ways to grind. I could invent new ways to grind that are so good they have to nerf them. You know what I mean? Still wouldn't put me anywhere close to where I needed to be to compete. You know. Anyways, IP laws and their abuse are why Disney's ruined everything. You don't give a shit about some dog shit Russian company like Daybreak, Fardotron says. They can get fucked. Wow, strong words. Strong words from a strong Fardotron. You think if you're making more money per month than most of the US making per year on someone else's IP, that's pretty greedy. Okay, fair. Fair when you put it like that. Perspective's everything. 100K a month, it's not chump change. It's not. Like I said, I thought they made 5 figures total. And we were like, whoa, stacking up over there. And it turns out it's more like 6 per month. For how many months? You know what I mean? That adds up. If China bought EQ, you'd be saying the same thing, Fardotron. Well, , you're, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I think, you know, IP law being the way it is, copyright law, all that stuff. Obviously, Daybreak has to protect their, you know, their property. That's what the P stands for. It's, you know what I mean? So, flying too close to the sun, I think, is a very apt word for it. Maybe, you know, maybe it does bury the lead, kind of like their lawyers did, you know, doesn't mention the money at all, conveniently leaves off that, you know, 100K a month, sure. But flying too close to the sun, as far as if they were a little less successful, maybe they wouldn't have got the attention from Daybreak, right? A lot of people think it has to do with you know, the TLP not doing the numbers they thought it would do, right? Daybreak released the official server, and THJ was outshining it by pretty much everybody's accounts. Um, and even if you read, you know, Daybreak's lawyers' filings, I would say that, yeah, it seems like that was a big focus about it. Not just how good THJ was doing, but when they were doing it. It was, you know, a direct competition to their own cash cow, and they didn't like that, obviously. So, you know, maybe that is flying too close to the sun. And honestly, if the P99 agreement had been out in the open, because it was always very private. We never knew the P99 agreement, right? There's a lot of speculation, and almost all the speculation was wrong. You know, at least personally, I speculated a lot, and I was very wrong. The agreement, once you know, brought out to the daylight and read, I was like, oh shit, we can have more servers. We can do this. We can do that. You know, they didn't really limit much, but what they did very strongly stress, and if you read the agreement through and through, you'll see it brought up time and time again. Obviously, it was an important thing to them. Was not competing with their TLPs, right? It's all about the timing. You know, you can't release Velius now. We got a TLP. You know, that was what the heart of the agreement really came down to. It seems. So I mean, maybe if everybody knew that all along, THJ would have planned around a TLP, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's common sense, you know? Maybe if you're trying to do something that you know is fringe, right? Fringe legality. Um, maybe you don't do it while they're trying to do their thing, but I don't know. Who knows? It's one of those things where hindsight's 2020. Now they know they were making 100K a month. Did they know they were going to make 100K a month? Probably not. I would as surprised as I was to hear that after the fact. I bet they were surprised when it was happening at the time, right? Who knows? Who knows? I can only speculate wildly and make it up as I go, and that's what I do. You know, unprovoked. Nobody asked me to. Just over here yapping. Anyways. Silk says, you think this is what made you reflect on how impressive the P99 devs are? They've been working on this emulator for literally almost 2 decades, dealing with drama EQ players bring just for the love of it, right? Passion project. That's the key words. We definitely learned this from the unfolding lawsuit. If you're going to do an EQ emu anything, sprinkle those key phrases into your, you know, server description. This is a passion project about EverQuest because we're very passionate about how it used to be. You can't create anything new using their IP. It has to only emulate the past. You know what I mean? And even then, I don't know if they want any more servers. Uh, it's it's a new landscape. We're in a post THJ world. Anyway, Rogan does a lot. Basically, what Zilker was getting at. Right back. Yeah, open source P99 would have been amazing. I feel like we'd be living in the year 3000, but unfortunately, in the timeline we're at, not how it went down. I don't think. I feel like they hold pretty tight onto all their source. Not just I think, right? That's like a Peggy Hill opinion. I think they hold it pretty tight. They hold it very tight. That's a fact. Anyway, I hope and I pray we get a fresh red one day. Um, this one's been going for a long time, and it's so long that maybe new players are a little scared because they know they're behind. Right? There's players who have been farming up for a long time. That's an uphill battle. Like I get it, but that being said, if any new players or prospective new players do want a little help getting started, I'll hook it up. I'm sure plenty of other pals will hook it up too. Maybe you don't want to join flowers. You want to join red, but you are like I hate these guys. Chewy needs to pay. Then I'm sure you could probably join red and announce that you want help, but not from Chewy. You'd probably find one of the other crews will take you under the wing and be like yes. And then when I ding, and I'm doing all this stuff. You know which one's for your crew. You got a homie that never played EQ before, but that's been showing interest. Really, Fardotron, that's awesome. That's awesome. And our Lord's Year 2025. There's still players uh, finding EverQuest for the first time, showing interest, taking the plunge. Even it happens, and just shows how much this game has stood the test. Anyway, I didn't get a ton of mana. We're already usually on a Thursday morning I only go till 8 a.m. But it's a special a special Rise and Grind Thursday. We're pushing it a little longer today. How much longer? I don't know. Only time will tell. But we're still going. AKA we're just getting started, you know what I'm saying? I was playing backpack battles a little bit here and there this week. Still fun. You know what I mean? It's out of all the games, you know, besides Megabonk. Megabonk obviously has been huge. But and I played a lot. But out of all the games that I've downloaded this year, I feel like Backpack Battles and Numbers Go Up have given me the most enjoyment lately. Besides Mega Block, Numbers Go Up. I like it. I don't know if I recommend it to anybody because it's like I feel like most people would not enjoy that one, but I like it. It's fun for me. And what's the other one? Oh, Backpack Battles. I've been loving Backpack Battles still. Still. I started messing with the a different class, Like I don't know what she is, the wizard, the magician. I don't know. She's like the caster one. It's like different item kit, and it's kind of fun. I was doing exclusively the ranger, which is like the first of six choices for class. You know, what I mean, so basically the default. I just kept rolling with that over and over and over again for months. I'm finally branching out. And numbers go up. I've reached a point where the bosses are all no picture, no description, just like a placeholder. Um, I think the developer was doing a bit, right? Because it's like, yeah, I'll add this later. You know what I mean? I think it was like on purpose, and then it'll be like, because the way it works is once you get through kind of a theme of bosses, then you unlock the adventure zone that has all those bosses as farmable adventure creatures to kill. Um, so I think I'm gonna get through like default world or whatever, I mean, no picture, no description world or whatever, and then get back to fighting stuff. But I don't know. It's been a lot of bosses in a row now with placeholder text and no pictures. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a bit anymore, but I'm eager to find out. Every time I kill a boss, I'm like, next one's gonna have a picture? No. The reason I'm starting to think it's not a bit anymore is normally it's they're in chunks of like a dozen, and I think I've gone through like probably 40 of these no picture bosses now. So it's like, huh. Did I see Pantheon just got a multi-million-dollar investment? I did not see that. The dude, interesting. You want to link me anything about that in the Discord? I'd appreciate it. I can peruse that my my quiet reading time later. Holy shit! I gotta back up from this thing. Ugh. Almost got freaking. Help me, Fardo. Help me. Toadfall, what's going on? Been a long time since you've seen Flowers of Happiness. Hey, we'll get used to it. 5,000 years of Flowers of Happiness. The sun never sets on Flowers of Happiness. And, number one undisputed heavyweight PvP guild. Undefeated of all time. You read an article about it yesterday, see if you can find it. Yeah. Was I around for Ralisec? Okay, so my friend was. He tried to get me to play with them. I played on a blue server instead. Um, but I started playing on the red beta, and Flowers took me under their wings. Once I figured out it was the real Flowers, I was so down to join the legends themselves. Bardotron was Lobnob. Yeah, there's lots of OGs still hanging around on red. I say I'm one of the new guys because I joined, what was it, like 14 years ago now, 15 years ago. But it's been love it, you know? Great crew. The best crew. You played on Rallis then? Dopey. Oh, you played with Blart? Hell yeah. I'm a I'm a like bishop in the church of Blart. You know what I mean? I look up to the legends. Toadfall, my this is we got a joke here that there's a Chewy stream bingo card, right? And this is the free space because it's like guaranteed. Every stream, it always happens. The friend I played with was Tree Rat. If you remember Tree Rat, He was my real life friend. We went to middle school together. He got me into EQ, but I was too scared to play on Zach. Bardotron, so this is a wonderful day. This is a blessed day. Let's get some flowers in the chat for this. He might have played on big. I forget if he was Big Hugs on that server. Tree Rat was his name on the forums. But anyway, he used to tell me every little update that was happening. I would hear about it in school, and it was exciting world to me. I especially loved the Fancy the Famous Bard picture stories. You know what I mean? Porotron, Dopey's Gene Dely. Okay, I know. So I know Dopey then. Sure. I played with him, post Rallis. Yeah, it's a small world after all. Did you put the article on Discord? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, speaking of Discord, there's a pinned link, right? Can everybody see the pinned link right now in the chat? Consider this your personal invitation. And hey, especially if you're a OG flower, come on down because you're gonna find a bunch of your old friends because there are like I said, I'm one of the new guys, but you know they know I'm happy. You're free from the adverts. Dang, sorry that was a long one. I was saying you should click that pin link if you use Discord. You should join the swamp because you're gonna find a lot of potentially your old friends in there. Um, oh my gosh. But yeah, the tree rat might have been Big Hugs on Ralisec. I forget which one he was Big Hugs on and which one he was what was his other name? I don't even remember. I remember so I know he was Tree Rats because when I joined the Flowers forums, um it was on notacult.com. It was after it changed from Not Addicted. I remember visiting Not Addicted to, read fancy posts and stuff like that, but I never registered until it was notacult.com. I really miss the forums. Yeah. Yeah, total. So I ended up on the forums, maybe when you were still around. Who knows? But yeah, it's the real flowers. Not a cult came before Not Addicted. No, no, it didn't. Not addicted. He sold Not Addicted. Not a cult was the last one. It's still up. You could go to Not a Cult right now, and it's still flowers. You go to Not Addicted right now, and it's like some like rehab or something like that. You know what I mean? He said he would sell Not a Cult too. Right, right. It's the website's still there. You can browse some of the classic stuff. But yeah, forums are shut down for a long time now. Um, when was that? Like 2013, maybe. It's been a while. You can see Not a Cult sitting on the shelf forever, though. I mean, I think it's a good investment if anybody wants to, have that domain. There's no other way you're gonna get it. Colin, sorry, I got a little distracted reading group chat here. How I accidentally dragged my Twitch chat. It's supposed to be docked, and it's like undocked right now. Hold on. There we go. Got it back. Colin's Place said you need to find more noob gear on Res. Is there a player market at all? Okay, so on Discord you'll find some people selling some stuff. If you look. But mostly it's the people who have the gear to sell aren't really spending the time to auction it because I don't personally I don't expect to find a buyer. I figure everybody who's playing has what they need. If you want some noob gear, yeah, we'll give you some noob gear for free. Unless you want to keep it honest, you want to give some money for it, whatever, fine. But I got noob gear. I just don't auction it because I didn't know there's any buyers. You hear some Chewy guy does RMT. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's I do it wrong. I give the stuff away for free, uh, and then I'm like, whoops. I just keep messing it up. Any word from Laverne and Shelley? I'm not sure I remember them. You're gonna play a high elf punk rocker on the red PvP realm. You should. Um, do you remember? Okay, that reminds me of something. You remember when World of Warcraft had the commercials with Mr. T? If you like bought the game, you got a Mr. T grenade. I always wondered what that actually did. What's the Mr. T grenade do? Remember this? How come EverQuest never got a Mr. T grenade? I thought we copied everything World of Warcraft did. It was the wowification, right? I love saying that word. Rock and patchwork. Yeah, yeah. Antonio's block party lives by a strict code. You know what I mean? His challenge is it doesn't allow for the gifts that we would all love to give him, you know? I get it. I respect it. Um, but yeah, I also get and respect a desire for gifts. I'll hook it up. I'll hook you up. IGT says, I'm the type of person. Oh, hold on. I'm the type of person that'll be your enemy and also your grandma's favorite neighbor. If you offer me help, I will hunt you down and help you harder. IGT, that's menacing. I love it. You got the spirit that Red requires. Um, Bartotron says patchwork in EverQuest means early game junk. Patchwork in WoW means late game nightmare shit. Rally. I don't remember patchwork. Wow, I must have not been cool enough. I only played WoW for a little bit. Um, Playing with Dopey. I didn't know that he went by Dopey. I knew him by his other gamer tag. I like Dopey. Um, Played with Daisy. Played with Kaga. Played with Orby. I would reinstall WoW, but I saw you got to pay for it, right? Of course you got to pay for it. They never went free to play, huh? There's no just logging in to see your old stuff. Dopey Dunderhead. It's a great name. Haga needs to dig up his shaman account. Absolutely. Shout out to the chairman himself. Killing it. Doing it. But anyway, it's almost breakfast time for me. This has been an excellent extended Rise and Grind morning. I hope you have enjoyed this little bonus of past the normal 8 a.m. end time. And if you just tuned in the last half hour, well, I'm extra special blessed to meet you and see you and let you know that, hey, I do this every Thursday morning, but I do it from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern, which I understand is like kind of super early, almost too early. I get it, for some reason. I do it anyway, every week. Sunday is the Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025, number 45 this weekend. Number 45, I had hyped up. I promised we're doing something special, right? Because it's a big number. Uh, I don't know what we're gonna do yet. What are we gonna do? I'm thinking maybe I start out on my level 45 shaman on Sunday, right? Silent move. Nobody knows. Nobody knows I'm gonna play my level 45 shaman Sunday morning. Uh, for Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest number 2025. Number 45. Um, bonus Rise and Grind, sign me up. Oh, wait, I'm already here. Hell yeah. Anyway, Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025, number 45. I hope to see you all there. Tuesdays are now Tuesdays. It's the afternoon stream where it's the only non EverQuest stream of the week for me. But it might be EverQuest too. Who knows? I like to keep you on your toes. Always keep you guessing. I might play Mega Bonk again because I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I want to beat Stage 3. I want to beat the final boss. Not only that, I want to beat the final boss on every character. So I got a lot of work ahead of me because I've never beat the final boss yet. Only reached it twice, and but now I got a strategy. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's kill this last bird here. Almost done. And we're gonna go lead a raid. We're gonna go find another EverQuest channel to enjoy EverQuest with. Tuesday, you get to choose. Exactly. Sometimes I even let chat choose. I'll do a little vote. That's how that's how I ended up playing EverQuest on a recent Tuesday. Hey Toadfall, I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling blessed that you were here. An OG flower in the midst. You're in the right place, you know. I'm glad you saw the banner flying high. You know, sun never sets. We're as constant as the northern star. Free from depression. Good to see you. And yeah, as mentioned, there is a Discord called the Swamp. Come on down, the water's fine, and it's loaded with old flowers, new flowers, and all sorts of EverQuest enjoyers, MTG enjoyers, music enjoyers. You know, it's the place to be. We're trying it. We're trying it. Hey, free from depression. Thank you for that. Was uh was that attached to anything that was supposed to play? As far as is my channel configured correctly? Because I see that you just cheered 200 bits, and I super duper appreciate that. Thank you. Um, I'm gonna have to set up something to like a sound alert to go off if that happens. Anyway, appreciate you. Let's go find a channel to raid. It is supposed to play with something. Okay, well, unfortunately, it didn't seem to play. Let's see what I can do. I think I gotta log into sound alerts. Oh, real quick. If I could play something for you right now, I'll play something for you right now. Shit, what's that? It's called sound alerts, right? I don't have it bookmarked. Seems like a huge oversight. Anyways, um, who's streaming EverQuest this morning? Oh, it's not. Okay, free from depression. I just tabbed back and saw your message. Okay, well thank you for those bits. Next time anybody shares bits, it's gonna play a sound because you know that gets me hype. You know. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Who is streaming? Let's check them out. Any of our any of our old friends, or are we gonna have to make some new friends over here? It looks like AMG 377 is level 88 XP and chill. I wonder what server they're playing on. Is this retail EverQuest? I haven't watched any retail EverQuest in a while, so this could be exciting. Who knows? Could be cool. Anyway, um, where'd he go? Go let's raid. Let me see if any of the crews playing any other games too before we go raid. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dude Boy Orc Boy's playing Monsters and Memories on a level 8 Shadow Knight. I have a lot to learn about Shadow Knights and Monsters and Memories, so I think this will be the perfect opportunity. Show Dude Boy Orc Boy some love. He's an EverQuest enjoyer. A lot of EverQuest enjoyers have been enjoying Monsters and Memories, you know? I can't pretend I don't notice. Obviously, I see what's going on, okay? I can't ignore it much longer. Anyway, let's go show him some love from Red 99 and yeah, Flowers of Happiness, of course. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.